Welcome to the fabulous Las Vegas Rotary Club. For this Rotary year, our president, Barry Rastin, asked us to be people of action and to be the inspiration. This club's continuing mission to teach youth to succeed through literacy, education, and life skills development is the inspiration that President Rastin asked of us, and the numerous international and local projects that we participate in and support are the action that he asked us to take. My name is Jim Cole, and I thank you for giving me the honor and the privilege of serving as what is president of what is absolutely the best Rotary Club in the world. As we do every day at this time, I ask you to take out your cell phone and open and share our live stream link so the rest of the world can see that it's true. We are the best club in the world. And we have something a little bit out of order today, so I'm going to ask that you stand after the pledge. We have an announcement that requires our full attention. On this day, in 1933, the modern legend of the Loch Ness Monster was born when sighting made local news. In 1945, approximately 1 million German soldiers laid down their arms in Italy, and earlier that day, Berlin surrendered to Marshal Georgy Zhukov. And in 2011, Osama bin Laden was killed by U.S. forces. Just so you know, in Ohio, the state's driver's education manual states that you must honk the horn every time you pass another car. Yeah. So in unrelated news, the Department of Transportation reports that Ohio has the highest per capita of road rage incidents. Just saying. If I could invite Andy to the front, please.
I'm going to share Corey Tenboom's experience with forgiveness. It requires a bit of a foundation, but when I get to the meat, I'll let you know because I'm going to raise my hand. Although they were Dutch Reformed Christians, Casper Tenboom and his two married daughters were arrested along with 35 Jewish citizens of Haarlem, Holland. The Tenbooms had hidden Jews in a secret room behind Corey's bedroom. After the Gestapo arrested them, the two sisters were sent to Ravensbrück concentration camp in Germany. Their father died in Schwenningen prison in the Netherlands 10 days after his arrest. Then Corey returned to Germany for a speaking engagement. At a Munich church, she recognized a former SS guard from the Ravensbrück Processing Center. After the service, the man approached Corey, held out his hand, and said, "How grateful I am for your message, Fräulein. To think that, as you say, God has washed my sins away." Angrily struggling with his words, Corey began to pray. "Help. I can lift my hand. I can do that much. You supply the feelings." Woodenly, mechanically, she later wrote, "I thrust my hand into the one stretched before me. And as I did, the most incredible thing happened. From my shoulder, along my arm, and through my hand, a current seemed to pass from me to him, while into my heart sprang a love for this stranger that almost overwhelmed me. And so I discovered that it is not on our forgiveness any more than on our goodness that the world's healing hinges, but on God's. When God tells us to love, God gives, along with that commandment, the love
like to invite Carrie Grow to the front, please.
Okay, let's sing God Bless America, please. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the lights from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean, white with gold. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home
Thank you. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance Steve, if you could take the microphone over to Kim, please.
Right here, ready?
Okay, fellow Rotarians, I don't know if most of you are aware, but earlier on this week, we received news that Randy Frost had passed away peacefully. And as many of you know, Randy was a remarkable guy. Rotary meant so much for him. This was his family in addition to his extended family. And so in his passing, his son passes a note that he asked us to read at today's meeting. So if you can indulge me, I want to do that. And this is a note relayed to Ted McAdams by Randy's son Scott, who spoke to us here a while ago, as said by the late Randy Frost. He passed away into eternity Monday, April 29th at 3:50 p.m., surrounded by family and close friends. And here it goes. To my esteemed Rotarians, being part of Rotary was an honor I will always hold dear. The friendships and camaraderie were special. Ring the bell for me one last time. Your friend in Rotary, Randy Frost. P.S. Don't ring the bell 5 times, as I'm not paying the club $500. So here's to Randy. We'll never forget him. Great guy, still a member of our club. Here's one for Randy.
Thanks, Kim.
Thank you. Please be seated. As we go through our introductions, I ask everyone to please hold your applause until we are done introducing all visiting Rotarians and guests. We have internationals today.
Hello, everyone. I'm Genevieve Gandia from Manila Bay Rotary Club from the Philippines. So it's my first time to attend your meeting here in Vegas, but I have relatives here that I stay with, so I'm really looking forward to meeting you guys and have a talk and share what I have in my club. So my classification is I do business consultancy back in the Philippines, so I provide business services such as human resource, and other services. So thank you very much for having me here in your club.
Welcome.
I don't have my flag with me.
Do we have visiting Rotarians? Visiting Rotarians, if you could raise your hands.
Hello, my name is Bill Wiggins. I'm a member of the Aurora Rotary Club in Colorado, and I consider it a distinct pleasure to visit the best Rotary Club anywhere around here. I'm learning a lot of things, and I did bring a flag.
Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Any other visiting Rotarians?
Do we have guests of Rotarians? Rotarians with guests, if you could raise your hands, please.
Over here.
Hello, everyone. This is my Las Vegas cousin, Lauren.
Thank you. Janice?
Hello, everyone. I am pleased to introduce my guest, and you're going to hear a little bit more about them a little later in the program. But I have Gary Boardman. He is the owner of AE and ES. I have Walter Carnwright. He is the owner of, oh my God, I just drew a blank, AGR. It's kind of funny because you'll hear more about their contribution to the fundraiser, but they are competitor companies. And then I have Alani Lopez, who's sales and marketing manager for AGR. So welcome.
Welcome.
Hello, all. I have a few teenagers here today. First are my two teenagers, my exchange students. Stand up. This is Mar. She is from Cadiz, Spain. And this is Erin from Japan. And Erin is here today to speak to us about her RILA experience. And in addition to that, we have two other students here that attended for RILA. And introduce your names.
Hello, I'm Brooke, and I'm Madison.
Any other guests, Rotarians?
Well, I made the mistake of saying hello to this young man as a RILA attender, but it turns out he's here for another reason. I'm going to let him introduce himself as a guest.
Hello, I'm Justin DeLeon, and I'm the Tiberty Memorial Scholarship recipient. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Welcome.
Hello, fellow Rotarians and guests. It's Russ Swain here, past President Russ Swain. I'll just be a quick moment. I do have a guest today. For the second time, joining us is Rob Desjardins. He's the owner of Desert Springs Landscaping. He is a member of another Rotary Club here in Las Vegas for about 10 years, and he's looking to get back involved, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Welcome, Rob.
Welcome. We have other guests of Rotarians.
Any other guests?
I have a guest here, Michelle Cho, and she can talk about.
Hi, thank you for the opportunity to speak about our organization. I'm from Global Children Foundation. Our mission is to feed and educate children around the world, and with the vision of eliminating the child hunger. It's a women's organization, and it was founded in 1998 when IMF hit Korea to help the kids in Korea to go through that hard time, like to feed the kids then. But after Korea came out of IMF, our organization has helped about 500,000 children around the world over in 41 countries, and we raised about $4 million over the past 20 years. And and we are having our Las Vegas local chapters. We have about 21 chapters around the country and Hong Kong and Japan. And our chapter this year is hosting our annual meeting in July. And I would like to invite you to that event. It's July 13th. And if you are interested in attending or maybe being an ad sponsor or sponsor, please talk to Steve, and he can get a hold of me. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
Any other guests of Rotarians?
Other guests? Seeing none, I'm going to introduce the head table. Seated directly to my right is Kirk Alexander. To his left is Dan Adamson, and to Dan's left is Bill Houghton. Please join me in a round of applause for all of our visitors and guests. I'd like to thank the Rotarians who helped and will help us today. Set up today was by Tina Jemmy. All things technical are Kirk Holmes, and welcome back, Kirk, from your honeymoon. We'll talk to you later. And Sue Lipoff. And Facebook is Adam Homey and Francesca Gilbert. Thank you, everyone, for your help. Past President Steve, it is the first Thursday, and so if you could take the microphone over to the birthday table.
Okay, let's see if everybody sitting here is having a birthday.
Hi, I'm Carrie, and my birthday is May 11th, and this will be my big 4-0 this year.
I'm Randy Campanelli, and I just turned 40 myself.
My name is Renee Gamero. I'm the senior member. I'm 41, May 29th.
Hey, it's past President Russ Swain again. My birthday is on the 12th of November. And so I am, I'm sitting at the birthday table. That might cost me $1. Yep. My guest arrived, and I didn't have a seat at my table, so, I just wanted to not have these people be lonely.
Chucking your guest under the bus like that. That's a $200 offense.
Arlene, too. So Arlene.
Russ, you're fine. Thanks for your donation.
My name is Arlene Serwa, and my birthday is the 13th of July. I came in late because I was across the street at a writers' conference, and I was just looking for an empty seat, and I blame him. And I wanted to be close. When I wish these people a happy birthday.
Arlene, I got a question for you really quickly. You said you were at a writers' conference? And so do you read also? The big red sign there on the table? Okay, thank you for your donation. Okay, Sidra, could you help us serenade our birthdays and our fine recipients?
Yeah, what do we do about the ones that aren't having a birthday? Do we just kind of skip their names?
Yeah, they sit down while the birthday, actual
so
birthdays
birthday
stand
people
up, please.
stand. Okay, everybody join in. Here's our starting note. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rotarians. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Sidra.
Okay, just a couple of quick announcements. Corzan is next weekend, May 18th. This weekend, if you haven't registered already, you might still be able to get down to District Assembly and District Conference. And once again, if you have photographs of Rotarians in action, please send them to myself and or Adam and or Francesca so that we can fill out our People of Action slides. At this time, I would like to invite Dan Adamson to the front to give us a report on the foundation.
We had our foundation meeting last week, and at our board meeting last week, we have a new slate of officers. Randy Campanella as president, myself as the vice president, Bob Werner as secretary, and Paul Kruger as the treasurer. If you'll recall, we changed, earlier this year, we voted to change the bylaws to elect our officers to the foundation as opposed to having board members simply progress along as they showed up or as they got involved. I'd also like to let you know that Gary Voss has been elected as our new board member. And as of 3/31/19, the endowment has $2.13 million. This allows us to distribute to President, or incoming President Jackie, $59,722 for local charity projects. which is at a 3% distribution rate. Further, let's see, direct donations total $1.35 million. That's our base. We can never go below that. So we have a $737,000 cushion above that donation base. The almost $60,000 funding is an all-time high. So that goes to a very good cause. Finally, don't forget to, do you want to come up, or I'll bring it over too? Randy's on his way up. Finally, don't forget about our Tiberti Fellowship designation. Once you give to our local foundation, you'll be awarded a Tiberti Fellowship. And we have some folks that are really close. You can talk to myself or talk to Sean if you want to know where you stand. And now I'll give it to Randy.
So as part of the bylaw changes, what also was changed is for a few years we had it where we invited applications and then encouraged people to apply, and then we only picked one person, and for a club where we're all our best friends, it was disastrous. So now the board votes on and appoints a new member, and Gary Voss was selected by the board. Just tell you what his bona fides are. I'll just tell you one of his bona fides. He's the chairman of the Nevada Commission on Judicial Discipline, and he's not an attorney. So he definitely knows his fiduciary duty. However, the membership do have to ratify that. So if anybody would like to make a motion to, we have a okay, we have Jerry here for a second. Does anybody oppose this? Thank you very much.
Thank you for your report and for the vote. And so one of the things that this money that we distribute every year pays for, or support we give to the community, is the Tiberti Scholarship that we give each year. And I would like to invite Paul Maffey to the front to discuss this year's recipient of the Tiberti Scholarship.
Thank you, President. Would Justin Leon please come up? Justin Leon is a freshman at UNLV majoring in civil engineering, and every year we give out the J. Tiberti Memorial Scholarship from our Las Vegas Rotary Club to a member of the UNLV School of Engineering. Justin graduated from Southwest CTA last year, 2018. For the fall semester, he's maintaining a straight A average. And last year, as of June of 2018, he had over 400 hours of volunteer time in the Las Vegas community. Two other Rotary members beside myself get to go through the scholarship applications, and it's with great honor that we are going to give this Las Vegas Rotary Club scholarship to Justin DeLeon. Thank you.
I would like to thank the Rotary Club for this opportunity to support my passion. Truly, civil engineering has been a passion of mine since a little kid. I used to make the paper houses out of tape and cardboard to fit my toy cars. And I used to draw roads in my notebooks. And now I do that for a living. I'm an intern at D.R. Horton, and I get to design roads, and all the new communities that you see in the valley today, I'm the one designing them. And I'm so glad that I'm able to do what I love. And I'm so glad that the Rotary Club is able to support my passion and continue supporting me through my schooling as I pursue a more professional career in civil engineering. So thank you all. Thank you all very much.
Congratulations again. And this is why we have a foundation, and this is the support that we have for the community. So thanks to all of you who are foundation donors as well. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back for some more announcements in the program. this time,
Thank you. So, a lot to talk about with the fundraiser event last weekend. But first, can I have everyone who was on the committee for our annual fundraising event please stand and be recognized? Jackie is, of course, traveling. She's not here. But thank you guys for your hard work and putting up with me. So I have to tell you that, leading up to this event, every night I would try to work on this event, and I'd say, I'll get to it. It's midnight. I'll get to it. And the next day, I'll get to it. Oh, my God, we have so much to do. Without this committee, we just couldn't have done this. I mean, amazing, amazing strength. But I will tell you that whenever I am involved in an event or in charge of something, unfortunately, I don't really sit there and say, good job, Janice. I don't do that. I sit there and go, oh, my God, you should have done this. You should have done that. And this is what you need to do next year. But I will tell you, I was a little emotional on Sunday because I woke up and I was thinking about the event, and the adrenaline was still going. And just seeing everyone there excited and engaged, and the support from this club and the people that you brought to the event, I can't thank you enough. The committee cannot thank you enough. But I really seriously had tears in my eyes thinking, our goal was originally 500 people, and it takes time to get there. But I finally told myself a month ago that I'm going to embrace this and make sure this is a great event, whatever I could do for the people who were dedicated and coming to the event. So thank you. But I'd like to ask Gary Boardman, owner of AE and ES, and Walter Carnwright and Lonnie Lopez from AGR Las Vegas just to come up. We really managed to keep our expenses very low because of the support of my preferred vendors. And I do joke that they're competitors, but they're amazing and they both work with each other. Gary provided the glow cubes with the branding, the floor stand with the monitor, and the photo booth in the backdrop. And we've been showcasing the photos today. And then Walter and Lonnie with AGR provided the games that I hope you enjoyed. If you are ever looking for support with a party and you want some games or some team building or something unique, just reach out to me. I'd love to connect you directly with them. And these two companies provided us over $12,000 worth of product for the night of the fundraiser. So I thank you very much. And thank you. I know Walter has something that he wants to give Jim, so I'm going to just give you this. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell you, we will have the final numbers, but it's much stronger than I originally anticipated. We will have that for you next week. Sorry.
Janice invited me to the event, but we had a glamping trip, GL, glamping trip out of town. And it was our first time ever camping. So it was successful. And I'm still alive, so that counts. Anyway, so since I missed the event, I brought a check to give to Janice, and she told me to give it to you. So that will help get you closer to your goal. And it's an honor to be able to help in the community. Both Gary and I are very dedicated. We may be competitors, but we're also partners. When one of us needs something that the other has, we get it from our friend, and we provide it to the end customer. And the one thing I will say to everybody here, and we both agree, please, when you need to buy something or rent something, get it from somebody here in town. We always want to support our local businesses and our local community. Don't get it from somebody in another state just because you could save a few dollars. Always support our local businesses as we do. Yes, I would rather it go to Gary if it's not coming to me. He would rather it come to me if it's not going to him than to somebody off in Los Angeles or some other place.
Hi. I'll piggyback with Walter on that. When it does come to what we do, if you're throwing an event, and we'll use graduation because grad nights are right now. people bring out a photo booth for 300. Because we're professionals, we are insured. We have our business licenses. Our people know what they're doing. When you do hire that company from out of town, something breaks. Guess who they're calling? We're the fix-its, and then they're charging you more money. Everyone in our industry, that we do what we do, we understand budgets. At the end of the day, corporate money is corporate money. Social money is social money. So if you do need us, and through Janice or whomever, start with that conversation. If you know what you're willing to spend, come forward with that, because if we're dancing all night to get to that number, it's harder to help you. And that's where we come from. That's about it. So.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thanks very much. Thanks again to everybody for a great and fabulous fundraiser. It really was, I really enjoyed it. Past President Steve, could you take the microphone over to Marie Walsh, please? Marie Walsh?
Thank you, Jim. Little reminder, tomorrow is field day at Beckley, if you can possibly make it. It's going to be from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. We're asked to be there at 12:30. If anyone can come, we'd love to have you. And I'd also like to make mention of the play that is going to be at Beckley. And it's going to be May 9th and May 10th. And it's The Lion King. It's going to be at 5:30 in the afternoon. I know that's hard for everyone, but maybe you'd like to take some little kids with you so they could enjoy it. The tickets are only $3, and if you would like tickets, just see me, please. Thank you.
Would you take the microphone to Carrie Grow, please? Carrie, if you could just give us a quick update on Pinot and pallets and Pinot.
So Pinot and palette, Kim, correct me if I'm wrong, we are discussing on maybe changing it yet again. It has come to our attention that it is Memorial Day weekend, so once we double check on that, I'll give you a confirmed date and time.
Thank you. Would you take the microphone to past President Karen Wisenhunt, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, look at this table of these beautiful young people here. You're going to be hearing from them shortly. We have Ryla and we have some youth exchange students. As you know, we've got the golf putting tournament coming up on May 19th. These are our future leaders, and our putting tournament, that's what it's all about. I'm still looking for golfers, and I could use more sponsors, so my deadline is next week. The Green Book is going around. If you can golf, please sign up in the book. It's a putting tournament, so you don't actually have to know how to golf. So look forward to seeing you all there, and thank you very much. Thank you guys for being our future leaders.
Thank you. Speaking of golf, would you take the microphone over to Dan Adamson, please?
What did I do now?
Would you like to explain the photograph, Dan?
Yeah, I won a golf tournament, so it was, I don't know, second in 24 years, so it was not predicted, and it was fun. So.
And Dan, I believe there's a scorecard involved here. Net to par minus 11. Could you justify that in the four-way test?
To many, it didn't seem like it was justified or fair, but yeah, I put the hurt on a lot of people and made a lot of enemies.
And you won some money, too.
Won a little money, too.
Oh, and so you're sharing some of that then with our foundation?
But of course.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your donation.
Thank you.
$200, we greatly appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's well done. I'm definitely never going to bet you when we play golf. That's out. Thanks. While we're here, could you take the microphone to Mr. Holmes? Sir, where have you been?
all over.
Any big changes in your life?
Not really. Yeah, just a ball and chain. Added a ball and some new jewelry. About that.
You know she's going to be watching this, right?
Hopefully not, but yeah. Let's just say I have a very happy life because I have a very happy wife.
Oh, you're learning quickly, I see.
Yes, yes.
Good. Well, congratulations on
Thank you.
getting married. That's wonderful. And from the looks of your posts on Facebook and hers on Instagram, you guys had a great trip.
We did. We saw Paul Harris in D.C., which is
Saw
cool.
that. You sent me a picture. That's kind of
Yes.
cool. And he looks just like he does right on your Paul Harris pin.
Yep. Yep.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, there is a plaque in D.C. It's maybe a block or two from the White House.
About a block. There's a thing called the Extra Mile, and it's 42-inch brass circle medallions in the actual sidewalk, and there's one for Paul Harris. So we saw that by the White House and had to take a picture. Hopefully it counts as a makeup, Sean. And so yeah, and we tried to do a dollar dance, but Russ dropped the ball, so you should find him. But to raise money for Santa Claus, but to try and avoid the fine, but can't win them all.
Unavoidable.
Yeah. All right. So.
Well, I'm glad you got married and everything worked out well, and appreciate your donation of $200 to the club. It's
Thank you.
Fantastic, and I hope you had a great honeymoon.
We did.
Excellent. That brings us to everybody's favorite, the raffle. Barbara pulled the Joker last week, which is impressive because there's probably about 48 cards. So that's maybe the biggest deck I've ever seen the Joker pulled out of. Nonetheless, we restart, and today's raffle is $500 plus today's take, and the winning ticket is 812438. 2438. Jamie Goldsmith, come on up. But you have an opportunity to outdo Barbara. You have an opportunity to outdo Barbara because we have a brand new deck for you. Okay, so for the Lowry's box, 812-664-2664.
Okay, Harvey.
Excellent. Congratulations. Thanks. At this point, I'd like to invite Kirk Alexander to the front, please.
Thanks, President Jim. Today we're going to talk a little bit about RILA, something that's kind of near and dear to my heart. I have spent a few years going to camp and spending some time with some kids, and we have a few of them here to give us some testimony of their experience today. The club's mission is teaching youth to succeed through literacy, education, and life skills development, and I think that's the key. Life skills development really does come from RILA for these kids. So I'll give you a little bit of history on what this is all about. RILA stands for Rotary Youth Leadership Awards. It's Rotary International's leadership training program for young people that takes place all over the world and emphasizes leadership, citizenship, and personal growth. We challenge them on their personal growth at camp. RILA aims to identify potential young youth leaders and provide an arena to foster continued individual growth and service to our communities. As Karen said, there are future Rotarians. The first RILA session was held in '59 in Queensland. Their first actual camp in 1987. So, and in 2019, this year, the event, we had 400 people. So that includes some of the staff and some of the adults that have to run the show. I mean, it takes about 60 people to put this all together. So when I first went, we had 222 kids. This year we had like 360 kids. So it's grown quite a bit over the last few years. And it's comprised of students from our district, Southern California and here in Southern Nevada. So for a couple of testimonials to what they actually experienced, I'd like to invite Madison and Brooke up front, please. They gave me this jacket. I don't know why, but I happen to know a little bit about Ryla.
So I'm Madison Kirkpatrick. And I'm Brooke D'Angelo. And a little while ago, we both went to Ryla. So before I even went to Ryla, I didn't really know what Rotary even was until I had a talk with Bill Houghton. And I didn't know what to expect when I showed up. I was like, oh yeah, leadership camp, but it was so much more than that. Like the first bonding experience, like the event that we did for my before I even heard about Ryla. So that's what this is. These are a bunch of pins that I collected and everything. And so then I heard about Ryla, and I was told that I should go. And I was like, I don't know. And then I went, and I had no idea what to expect. It was something completely different than what I thought it would be. And I met multiple people. Like, we met on the bus up there, and we turned out to be pretty similar, because on the bus there we had to take this test to see what kind of people we were. Yeah, we both got sun, but I also got earth, so, yeah. So we had a couple, like, leadership exercises, like kind of like the trust fall, but another one was where, like, they said if you identified as something or have, like, gone through something, like, one of them was, like, if you identify as a female or male, and, like, as an athlete, like a boy athlete and a girl athlete, and then it was, like, more into, like, divorced parents. One thing you want the other side to hear, what is one thing you never want to hear again, and it was really eye-opening to see how everyone has similarities and differences, and how something that you can say can actually impact someone when you don't know what the situation is really like on the other side.
So Brooke was talking about taking a personality test on the bus. Yeah. Kind of identified as sun, both of you, and earth. Well, that was interesting, probably. So what Madison was talking about is something we call the culture walk, and it's something that really challenges who you are and what you learn about who you are amongst other of your peers and the challenges they face in their life. So it gives you an opportunity to actually learn more about yourself. At this time, you guys can go ahead and sit down. I'm going to have Bill Houghton come up. He's going to talk a little bit about what the objectives are of what Ryla is and what should take place.
Thanks, Kirk. And thanks Madison and Brooke for talking and coming out here today. That was really great. And your participation was exceptional. I want to talk real quick about what the objectives are out of Ryla. As mentioned, it's been going on for a very long time. Our Rotary International is to be the inspiration. And if there's anybody I believe that we need to inspire as Rotarians on planet Earth, it's our future generations. It's these people who are going to be leading the future for all of us. And that's who we need to inspire. And that's part of what Ryla is really, truly about. As I got involved, this is my 4th time up the mountain. I've been to TLC twice. I've been to Ryla now twice. And I have to tell you one thing. I understand that these are exceptional students. They're chosen from their high schools. They're chosen for their potential leadership skills. And for me, as a long ways away from my teenage years, I can tell you that I walk out of there simply awestruck by the thoughts in these kids' heads, the type of people that they are, the character that they have. And I believe that Ryla really just takes extraordinary people and hones them in a way that I don't think any other programs do. I stepped away awestruck, humbled, and inspired, and it was just stunning for me. The objectives, as Kirk had touched on, is really to emphasize leadership, to emphasize citizenship and personal growth for the individuals who attend. It's really to demonstrate Rotary's commitment to youth all the way through our district and on through Rotary International. Is to provide an avenue for the training, for the leadership development that they're going to be involved with. It's an opportunity for Rotary to recognize these citizens, young citizens who are already exceptional people, and really hopefully take them to the next platform of their leadership skills and their personal growth. It was amazing. We worked with the four-way test quite extensively. The four-way test was part of one of every time, we call them plenary sessions. I'll talk about that in just a moment. And I believe that one of the most important functions out of Ryla as well is to grow future Rotarians. As we had mentioned, Maddie didn't even know what Rotary was before we got up there. Now she's been involved with Rotary. She knows a lot of Rotarians. And I'd like to think that perhaps someday in the future she would contribute her intelligence, her energy, and her strength into Rotary activities. So anyway, I will turn it over to our MC.
Thank you, Bill. All right, so we're going to hear from some of the students that have a few things to say, but until we get to that point, I think there's a video that needs to be played about who won the challenge. So this is the winning video. Okay, so there's components to all this. Okay, so they attend a number of different labs while they're there. I think there's either 6 or 7 labs that they attend, plenary sessions, and while they're at camp, there's also one other thing, and that's called the Ryla Challenge. And that is an ongoing, time-sensitive kind of thing that they have to produce these results before the challenge is actually presented on Sunday. So they're given this idea on Friday and threading in between all the other things they do, which starts at 7 in the morning and ends at 10 p.m. at night, where they never go back to their dorms, they never really rest. The only time they have maybe a recess of some sort is a meal or a plenary session. So the winning video this year was a presentation of, good question? We have a winner in the room. So on Sunday, the level of intensity about the competition really rises to the top, and these kids will amaze you. They blow you away at what they can come up with. The creativity levels are awesome. So you want to play that skit?
I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save.
4 million people die of dehydration because they don't have access to clean water. 750 million people are without drinking water, and 1/3 of the world lives in water-stressed countries. Out of the 1% of the Earth's total accessible fresh water, only 0.3% is available for human use. 1 of 9 people worldwide don't have access to clean water.
The main problem with the current situation is not the lack of water, but the water sources that they have access to are heavily polluted. To filter the water, 2 critical steps need to be taken. First, sediment must be removed. Then, we need to remove all pathogens from the water. To remove sediment, we can use a new technology called polyglue. This is a coagulant that mixes the dirt and pollutants and binds them together. This changes the density and settles it to the bottom. The debris can then be easily removed from the water for clear water. This also serves to be a very cheap method. For $1, you can get 100 grams of the product, which equates to 1,000 liters of clean water. This can sustain 500 humans a day for $1 singular dollar. After this, they can simply boil the water, and they would be able to kill all the pathogens that are remaining in the water. This can then be implemented in any place that needs it, because groundwater is everywhere, but not all groundwater. Processes the fermented soybeans can be transformed into a coagulant. Soybeans are one of the most resilient plants and can grow in many conditions like poor soil and warm climates. If we promote the growth of soybeans, it can not only clean water, but also provide a stable source of food. Although we will send them polyglue initially, to build long-term sustainability, we will help them with soybean farms to make polyglue for clean water.
We chose to attack the water crisis as it leads to solving the educational and hunger issues. Using the polyglue, we will be able to bring about agriculture and education in third world countries. People cannot educate, nor be. This causes an increase in hunger as well as diseases from hunger. We feel that the water crisis is most important because it can lead to help solve the issues of all the problems that we were given to solve.
Polyglue is one step closer to finding a long-term solution to the water crisis. With Polyglue, we can save lives and create a better future. It only takes a little to save a lot.
So that was the winning presentation for this year's RILA. There is already a schedule for RILA for next year. It happens to be March 20th through 22nd, 2020. I imagine those dates were probably picked around the year, huh? So from here, we're going to talk to, we have some more students that would like to give us testimony. Oh, okay. So at the last minute, you want to bring this up now, Bill, or you want to talk after Aaron? Okay. So at the very last minute, we were at some kind of a Rotary gathering, and Carrie mentioned to me that she had an exchange student living with her, and I wasn't sure if it was part of our exchange student program. I assumed that it was. I was wrong. And so we had to squeak somebody in, and we had it was our registration for students to be participating in RILA had already closed. And we managed to get Aaron, who is an exchange student living with Carrie from Japan. So I'm going to have to read her last name. It's Kobayashi. And she's going to come up and she's going to talk to us a little bit about her experience at RILA this year. Come on up, Aaron.
Hi, so I'm Erin. I'm from Japan. And so when I first heard about Ryla from him, I felt like that was exactly what I was learning in Japan. Like, I was like, oh, that's what I want to do here. And I don't know, it was about like creativity and cooperation. That's what I thought about it. And then, so I was like, yes, I'm going to win every single competition and I'm going to lead our group. But then I didn't win any single competition, but I don't think that was the point because honestly, I learned more important thing that was cooperation. And in our group, every single member had like strong opinion. And then at first time when we were discussing which issue to address, because we had what was it? Water issue, education issue, and food issue in the world, and we were choosing which subject to address about, and we were discussing which we should do. And I was standing for education, and my friend was for water, and other was for food. And like our group is literally split to 3 groups, but the thing is, we all could respect each other's opinion, and like it's not which is right, which is wrong, because honestly, I think all of them are the issues that we have to address right now. And I really like that the difference of the way of thinking could be the strength of the group. That's what I really thought about it, because if everyone think the same thing, then we could, our thought will be limited, kind of. But then since we have a lot of way of thinking in our group, I thought that would be like really, we can broaden our sights, kind of. And yeah, I thought that was the most interesting thing that I learned.
Good job. Thanks, Aaron. All right, Bill.
And Erin loved her experience so much, she was willing to fly back
Thank you. All right, Bill's going to talk to us a little bit about some of the things that were accomplished.
Yeah, thanks. They've talked about having done this for 42 years now, and I have to tell you, the RILA committee at the district level that puts this together really have this nailed. It was an excellent, excellent group, and they've really detailed it out. Our youth here talked about the different events, but I'll tell you from an overview, about 360 students were involved in RILA. We break them out into 6 different continents, and on each continent, there's 6 different cities. So we have the entire large group, and we had 6 sessions with large group. And then we had the continent sessions where they worked together as a group, and then we had the city sessions. So we had groups from, whatever the math is, comes out to about 10 people in a group. And that's the way that they could experience the various aspects, either in the small group, the larger group, etc. So some of the talk about the plenary session, first of all. That was the large group session where everybody, they bring them into called the sanctuary. We had some brilliant, brilliant speakers there, really basketball team, just as a for instance, teaching the children what can you not do. There is a favorite is Kathy Buckley, the world's only working deaf comedian, who is an inspiration. It's the first time I've seen her, and I knew this time to bring tissues with me while she spoke, because she's such an inspiration to anybody who's ever met Kathy. So one of the things that's great about the plenary session is that each plenary session is ran by a continent. And so they have to get together, they have to put their notes together, and they actually have to put the session on. They have to pick who their MC is going to be, how are they going to put the plenary session together, and they're going to talk about all of that. One of the cool things for me personally, I was a continent leader for the continent of Africa, and one of our youth leaders actually approached me. We were the last one on the last day, last plenary session, last time the group was going to be together. And, we get up there and they're like, Africa's the best, or North America's the best. And everybody would get excited about that. This youth came to me and he said, you know what I want to do, since it's the very last plenary session, I think it's not about just Africa. I think it's about all humans on planet Earth. And I want to speak to that. And I was blown away. We went to the fellow who puts together the calendar. It took a lot of tugging and pulling and doing all this. This young man wrote literally a 4-minute script so that we could keep it timed exactly what it was. And we were able to not only cheer on our continent, but really communicate to everybody that it really was an entire world organization and bring everybody up on stage. And it was just amazing. I hope, Tina, that you really got a lot out of that. Remember that last session? So anyway, the continent meets in the individual labs. We talked about the culture walk that Madison had spoke about. Really was just amazing. It teaches, to my mind, compassion. It teaches what soft skills, empathy, tolerance, and those types of things, and really, really opens your eyes for all of the men in the group, for instance, of how difficult it can be to feel safe as a young woman in society. Those things were very, very impactful, and I think that that's what was a major, major walkaway or takeaway. In talking about addressing large challenges like lack of water, lack of food, one of the activities they did as a continent was to actually prepare, during the event, we prepared 20,000 meals that were picked up by the Salvation Army during the weekend and taken down to people in need right down the mountain in San Bernardino County, California. So that was the work that they were doing. Isn't that amazing? The other avenues that they work towards, the trust fall, Madison spoke about that. Ethics, really talking about ethics. And they not only brought up some specific scenarios and talked about decisions in life are not always easy. And it was very, very impactful. And one of the great examples that they utilized is actually a true example. And so they were able to talk about that, and by making the ethical decision actually carried the day in these instances. So really it just kept going back to the 4-way test in the core of Rotary. The Legos challenge helped with the communication skills. Anyway, the communicate to win, that's where we talked about the different personality types and how some people, I've known in my life that there's some people who work strictly by the clock, and then there's some people who time is more of a concept than a reality to them. And nobody's wrong and nobody's right. It's all just being part of the human experience. And so that was their big takeaway. The RILA challenge was amazing. When we walked in on Friday and we learned that they were taking 3 of the largest problems in human society on planet Earth, and tossing them over to these students and saying, here, come up with a solution, and we're going to give you a couple hours. And that was exactly what they did. So while we got to see Brooks, what city were you with, Brooke? North America. I knew it was North America. Winnipeg, North America took the challenge. You need to know 36 videos were created over the weekend by these students. Every city had a video, and I got to tell you, the 6 videos in my continent, it was a tug of war, to say the least, for us leaders to come up with who the #1 video was. So while we saw this video, and it certainly deserved the victory that it won, really almost all of these videos nailed the answer to the question. And these young people were really getting to thought processes that probably would have eluded many of us in the room. The way that they saw the challenges, the way they addressed the challenges, and the way they were able to use technology to really communicate how to resolve these challenges. It was just amazing. So that is some of the avenues that we utilized to make sure that the kids got everything they could out of the experience. So, anything else, Kirk? Do I make my pitch for more students for next year? So we took 12 students, okay, and our club sponsored 12 students, including these amazing kids. And I got down there, and I found that smaller clubs had 20 students. So I'm the director of youth advocacy for our group. I'm going to be under Jackie Thornhill's year. So I want you all to vote for a budget increase for next year for 16 students to RILA.
Thanks, Bill. Say, how about Carrie? How about Carrie? Right there, right to your right.
All right, so I joined Aaron and everybody quite last minute to the RILA camp, and not really knowing. I had no idea what we were doing. I mean, I'm a brand new member, just over a year, so I was just, okay, let's try it. I've hosted many exchange students. I've dealt with teenagers. I've dealt with exchange teenagers and then American teenagers, and I've always compared the American teenagers to the exchange students, and going, oh, these kids are just lack of focus, just no drive, and 360 American teenagers changed my mind. There are so many good kids out there that just need a little bit of our time and attention and guidance, and that, everybody said it's life-changing for these kids. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, dramatic a little. No, but it truly, truly did change in 36 hours, these kids. You could tell that even in the ethics challenge, within 30 minutes they had, oh, well, I would just take the answers to the test. Within 30 minutes of discussion, they're like, okay, well, maybe that's not the right thing to do. So it impacts them immediately and lasts.
Thank you. Thank you, Carrie. All right, that concludes what we have to say about RILA today. There's more to be said, but remember, if you want to get involved, March 20 through 22 in 2020. Thanks.
Thank you very much. It's a great program, and we have, as you know, the Share What You Can Award. And so if I could have all the RILA participants come to the front. If you'd all come up. So for our speakers, what we give them is an award, and it's instead of like a little gift, we present you with a Share What You Can Award, and I invite you each to pick your individual award off of the podium right there. And so we're going to feed a needy veteran with a hot meal in your name. So thank you so much for coming and talking to us. Thank you very much. As we leave here today, let's go forth into the world in peace, render to no one evil for evil. Be of good courage, hold fast to that which is good, strengthen the faint-hearted, support the weak, help the afflicted, honor all persons, love and serve each other, rejoicing in the fellowship of Rotary. Be people of action, be the inspiration. Meeting adjourned.